You could be the best looking and friendliest guy in the world, but if you smell bad, then you could go instantly from a 9 to a 1. There is a lot of people who will not point out that you smell bad, but they will be slightly repulsed by you and, in a sense, avoid you if you do have a bad aroma following you around all day. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a few tips that will help you smell better at all times. My first piece of advice is a baseline to smelling good, and this is showering every day. You would be surprised at the amount of people who actually don't shower every day or every other day at least. And if you're doing a lot of exercise, you're trying to build your physique up, and as it's getting warmer, you're going to smell. So as a minimum, you need to be showering every day or every other day just to be a little bit fresher and much cleaner. Although that's some information that everyone knows, there's so many people who don't put this in their daily lives, and in turn there's so many young men with like greasy hair and they're a bit smelly, and if you're one of them, then that tip really does apply to you and will be of great help. My second tip for you to always smell good is to make sure that your breath is smelling fresh. Now, the easiest way to do this is make sure you're brushing your teeth twice a day, but also brush your tongue twice a day as well. There's so much grime that builds up on our tongues and that, and it's almost like this little white stuff that you get on your tongue. It's a bit weird. Next time you brush your teeth, just get the brush, and often on the back side of your brush you have like a tongue cleaner, and just clean your tongue and you'll see so much like white liquid almost. Obviously it's white dirt mixed with saliva just like coming off your tongue, and it's horrible, and that in turn does create a worse smell in your breath. Obviously nobody wants to be around others who have really stinky breath, so it is important to follow that tip in order to make sure that your breath is smelling good. But if you're still having issues with it, make sure you're drinking enough water, because dehydration often leads to bad breath. And keep some mouthwash around, so every day before you go out, just use a little bit of mouthwash and then go out, so your breath will be smelling very fresh. My third tip to smelling good is to have nice fragrances / colognes. Of course, you don't have to spend a lot of money and break the bank when it comes to having a cologne, but it is important to just have maybe one or two that you think smell quite nice. This is one of my favorites actually, and I don't think it is too expensive, so that would be a good one to use. Ralph Lauren one. I use it basically every day, and then you could use something like a David Beckham spray. They're pretty simple ones, but it will enhance your smell and give a lovely aroma around you regardless of the situation. I just mentioned a few fragrances, but in the description I'll list all the fragrances that I use, so if you're very unsure on what to use, then there's a few kind of ideas on what you can do, so that will all be written down in the description for you. That is the few tips I have for you today to improve your smell and in turn be smelling better and having a better aroma around you at all times. I'm very grateful that you have taken time out of your day to watch this video. If this has been of help for you, then I would be very grateful if you subscribe to the channel and turned on post notifications. There is a video right here that will be great help to you in your journey of self-improvement. But finally, make sure to always strive for progress regardless of how small a step you take.